Okay, so Season 8 has been around for a while now. We have 2 weeks left until Season 8 is done and has come to its conclusion. And now we have Season 9 right around the corner. I've seen a couple of little short clips on CFD's Twitter and little bits here and there, but I have not watched this trailer. This came out yesterday, I believe. Today's 8th of March. 2 days ago it came out. Also, for those who are on YouTube, I apologize if this bit is going to be included in the editing. My voice is shot because I yelled earlier at the beginning of the stream. Fuck! 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 So I sound really scuffed. I apologize. With that said, let's dive into Sea of Thieves Season 9 and hope that it brings a refreshing feeling for this game.
Sea of Thieves Season 9 is nearly here, and we are sailing into port with powerful new features, a treasure trove of updates and improvements, and some shiny new rewards.
Side note really quick, it's kind of crazy how we're already on Season 9. Like, it really doesn't feel like it was that long ago that Season 1 came out.
Changes have come to the Forts of Fortune. The Chest of Fortune can now be found amongst the other treasures safely locked within the fort vault. These chests will not only reward you with large amounts of gold, but each chest cashed in will count towards new commendations that, once unlocked, will earn you items from the Fates of Fortune ship set, with more items from the set to be unlocked in future seasons.
Okay, let's dive into this really quick. New chests at the Fort of Fortune. Looks really pretty, looks cool. Gives you 20,000 gold, I believe.
These chests will not only reward you with large amounts of gold, but each chest cash
20,000 gold. Someone in chat that's 5 head can do quick math. I don't know what a 1.5 emissary would give you. It looks like it goes obviously to Gold Hoarder. I don't know if it's exclusive to Gold Hoarder. I imagine it is. And then obviously Reaper's Hideout. 20,000 gold in this day and age is sadly like not a lot, and especially with how long the Fort of Fortune takes, I don't see it as worth it unless they do something to the Fort of Fortune to make it faster. But either way, pretty cool. 50k is what chat's saying. So if you have a grade 5 emissary, you're gonna get 50k. That's good. That's good. If you run the emissary, I think it's worth it. That's just one piece of the loot, and it showed that the Athena was right next to it, so they're not getting rid of the Athena at the Fort of Fortune, so they're just adding to the Fort of Fortune. You can see them both right there. Awesome. That's good. It adds more incentive to go do the Fort of Fortune, but does it add enough to go do it? I don't think so, at least in the long term. He did say that there's cosmetics tied to it. Let me listen to exactly what he said.
Chests will not only reward you with large amounts of gold, but each chest cashed in will count towards new commendations that, once unlocked, will earn you items from the Fates of Fortune ship set, with more items from the set to be unlocked in future seasons.
They're saying more items to complete that full set is going to come out later. I thought that he meant that set right there. You can get it through Train the Chests, and then later on, they're just going to re-release that same set for that ship set. That's what I thought. I think what they should do, like moving forward too, with like cosmetics that are tied to new items or world events or whatever, they should cycle it, like keep going. Like that's good, and then later on, like throughout the season, for like Season 9 coming out, they start with this, right? Then they go, okay, if you complete X amount of forts, you're going to get this exclusive like item set right here, cosmetic set, to give the incentive to go keep doing the world events. It's small, but it's like one nice quality of life update in the game to keep people to be active with doing events and certain things, because all you're really getting out of it is just gold. And I mean, at this point, like gold has lost so much of its meaning and value because, I mean, for the players that have been around forever, give a reason to go do these events more than just, hey, you get gold.
Reaper and Reaper's bounty chests have had an update too. Not only will cashing them in unlock weapons from the Fates of Fortune cosmetics set, but their telltale beacons will now always be active, regardless of whether they've been picked up or not.
Cool. That's nice. The Reaper beacon, that's cool. Nice little touch.
We've also rebalanced the difficulty of several world events. From Forts of Fortune
Here it is.
to Ashen Lords, the difficulty of the emergent world events you engage in will now be tailored to your crew size.
Good.
And emergent ghost ship battles are back. Now expertly tuned and minus the giant talking head in the sky.
Oh, Okay, so they actually did it. I remember in season 8, they showed a trailer. When they showed the trailer for season 8, I think it was, they showed that tornado in the background, and I pointed it out. I was like, that's not a veil. It's a lot, you can see it here. It's definitely not as thick. This is great. Long overdue, but glad that they're bringing them back. I always love this world event. I know they've had the voyage for a long time to fill in that void, but it just wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same, at least. So this is cool. They're adding that back in, and then they rebalance all the world events to be scaled to your crew size, like chat said earlier. Awesome. That's really good.
We've also upped the chances of finding shipwrecks, being shrouded in dense fog as you sail across the sea, and encountering the Megalodon and Kraken on your adventures.
I like all that except the shroud. I don't like that at all. I don't like that you have a higher chance to come across fog. That's just me. Everything else is cool. More Krakens, fine. I feel like the Kraken hardly comes out. Megalodon, same thing. I don't remember the last time I really saw a Megalodon, to be honest with you. Like, it's just so inconsistent and rare. And it shouldn't be that rare for both the Kraken and the Meg, in my opinion. Yeah, the Kraken's annoying, but it's an element that's nice to have in the game, and it mixes things up. The fog, though, I'm not a fan of the fog and the storm. The storm, it might be a hot take, but I feel like majority might agree with me on this. I really think they need to get rid of the spinning wheel. They got rid of it when you're near islands, which is good, but in general, I just think that should go away. It's such an annoying thing, especially for solo players. Yes, I know you could argue, like, don't take fights in the storm, don't get yourself in that position, sure. But overall, I just think it's bad design. I'm not a fan of it. I think it should just be a visual effect. Like, being in a fight in a storm is amazing with the visuals. It's really cool. It just makes you feel more immersed and all that good stuff, but the wheel spinning is a disaster, a nightmare. It's long overdue. It should go away. That's what I think.
So the world of Sea of Thieves will feel more alive and dynamic than ever before.
Yeah, agreed. All good stuff.
And Pirate Legends now have new voyages to embark on.
Oh?
You can set off on the hunt, battling fiendish skellies to unearth their accursed loot. Or go on an explosive adventure. You can even follow the bearing of a special Athena's Fortune compass to acquire the mysterious Skull of Destiny.
Ooh.
This special skull can manifest
What the hell?
Fate and be used as a ritual skull, which will make starting the fearsome Fort of the Damned much easier.
Hold up, dude. What? Okay. New Pirate Legend voyages. And this compass takes you to a Skull of Destiny, he said?
To acquire the mysterious Skull of Destiny.
All right, so I'm wondering how often you could do this voyage. That's the first thing. If they limit it, L. If it's unlimited, W.
This special skull can manifest the various flames of fate and be used as a ritual skull, which will make starting the fearsome Fort of the Damned much easier.
So now you don't even have to go get the colors. You don't have to get the flames. You literally just have to do this voyage. I don't know if it takes you straight to that. Like, you do the voyage, and the compass is like, here is the Skull of Destiny. Go get it right away. Or you have to do other things before you get to that point. But either way, honestly, like, good players are going to know how to get it really quick. And you get this. It's literally a ritual skull with all 6 flames inside of it. That is insane. And I'm gonna say something. Rare doesn't know what the they want to do with the Fort of the Damned. All right? You know why I say that? How many times have we gone back and forth, dude, where it's like Skull Stash Voyage, right? Paid X amount of doubloons, get the Skull Stash Voyage. That lets you, whatever outpost you're at, you slap that voyage down, boom, X on the outpost. That's a ritual skull right there. Go get it. How many times have they taken that and said, unlimited, 1 per month, unlimited, 1 per month, just back and forth, back and forth. It's like, do you want your community and your player base to do the Fort of the Dam or not? I never understood why they were against people doing it as often as they like. Who cares if there's people that are abusing it in Alliance servers? Rare has the power to shut that down, and they don't. That's not the issue on Rare's side, at least. If they say it is, that's bull. They could completely shut down those servers if they really had an issue with that. They can go and target those people that are putting all that stuff together, right? It's not that. So then what is it? I don't know why they care so much about how often someone does For the Dam. Let your community do it as often as they like. Sorry, that was a little TED Talk rant there, but I just never understood it. It adds more incentive and risk. I don't see why why they're so against it.
These shorter and more focused Pirate Legend voyages are bought with doubloons. So blow the dust off your stash and head out on the waves.
Finally adding an incentive kind of, to use your doubloons. That's cool. I still think they needed to utilize doubloons more, but that's a good start, I guess, since it's kind of replacing the Skull Stash Voyage, really. That's what it is. And if it's here, I'm assuming it's unlimited. I'm going to assume it's unlimited. And if that's the case, oh my God, dude, I cannot wait. When this season drops, there's going to be so many Fort the Dams, dude. There's going to be so many Fort the Dams. I cannot wait. I'm all for that because you know what that translates to? PvP. W.
And with the launch of Season 9, there's another 100 levels of stunning rewards to unlock, including the prosperous privateer clothing set and accessories.
Looking good.
Some unique sweet treats.
Ratatouille. Dude, that's sick. I think this is one of the pictures that they showed. This looks really cool. Nice capstan, cute. Nice little sword cosmetic. That's gonna be interesting to see. I just got beat down by a spatula.
And Gilded Age items for your ship and...
Oh, what the dude, that's a budget Brave Vanguard. Or Vanguard Sails. Look at that. It looks good. It's just funny. It's exactly what that's based off of.
Pirate.
A little sneak peek of the level 100. I saw it on the earlier shot here. There you go. Yeah, right there. You can see that this is level 100 and the pirate has it on actually right here.
For your ship.
Right there. Looks good. That's a clean tattoo set. I like it.
Pirate Legends can also earn the legendary Bone Hunter jacket and spyglass.
Cool.
And it's time to grab a grog and cast off with new emissary rewards, where you can unlock trading company themed fishing rods and tankards.
Good.
There's also a brand new plunder pass available as an optional purchase.
Oh, that jellyfish figurehead actually looks really dope. I like that. You guys probably remember from the beginning of seasons, the first couple seasons, the Plunder Pass had like Pirate Emporium stuff mixed in with some brand new stuff we'd never seen before. And we heavily criticized Rare for that, saying you shouldn't include stuff in the Plunder Pass that's already existing in the Emporium. It just feels lazy and just like filler. I don't know what season it was where they stopped doing that, but W on Rare for adding more diversity and cosmetics. It's cool. Even though like all the sweats are really not going to use the majority of this stuff, it doesn't matter. We're the minority here in this scenario. It's just good that Rare's adding more variety and diversity and cosmetics and stuff with these seasons that come out. The whole game is based on cosmetics, so game's kind of useless if it's not going to be coming out with updated stuff and not really have any incentive to go do stuff. It still has that problem, granted, overall, but this definitely helps it. This is really cool. Looks nice.
Where you can earn some dazzling premium items, including the Sting Tide ship set and variations of the Sting Tide costume. And over in the Pirate Emporium, we've got the Sea Serpent ship set, weapon set, and costume.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised that this cosmetic set for the ship and everything, this looks way more plain than the Plunder Pass. I would imagine that they would flip it. Like, this looks like a set that would come from the Emporium, but then the Emporium set for this season is more flat colored, plain looking. You know what I mean? That's surprising from Rare.
You can also grab the Lone Star ship's crest.
Dude, that's sick looking. Look at that.
Our ship's crest.
I always loved the Lodestar, I think is what it's called, is what he said. I've always loved this ship set. I don't have a rocket, but like the pets, the cat that comes from it, that is really pretty. The capstan is really nice. The wheel for this set, like, it's a really beautiful set. Yeah, this is really cool. See, that's something I'd pay money for and be like, yeah, worth the money. I love that.
And for pirates of a more retiring, mysterious nature, there's the enigmatic emote bundle. And
more
you can grab
emotes.
The hearing things emote for free. But
more free emotes, W Rare.
There are even more improvements this season. When a ship is scuttled in the Devil's Shroud, any loot they had on board will now resurface in safer waters at the Shroud's edge. Nice try, runners.
Oh my God, dude. No f***ing shot, bro. W Rare. Honestly, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Bro. Okay, I'm going to say a couple things about this, and we won't know until it's actually out. He says when a ship scuttles in the Red Sea, right? Does that just mean, like, at all when it's in any part of the Red Sea, because I think some people might try to abuse it and just like be in the Red Sea and not go all the way out to like force them to black screen or whatever. I imagine that they covered any Red Sea area. It's not a big deal if they go in the Red Sea and like it doesn't fully pull back as it says here, but that's really cool regardless. Like, this is a W. I'm so glad they did this, man. For so long, like years, couple years now, people have been complaining about that. Like, it needs to be fixed. And don't get me wrong, like, this isn't going to fix people from running. People are just going to run, even if they don't have the Red Sea play in the back of their mind. But this is still a W. Like, Rare can only do so much with this, and this is like a good step in the right direction. So, W Rare once again.
There's a new food radial menu, so you can be more specific about the meals you munch. Seagulls will now flock over loot that has surfaced from a recently sunk ship, making it easier to spot.
Cool.
And when you harpoon loot, you can now easily drop it on board your ship. New bait.
What?
Easily drop it on board your ship.
Wow. You know, Rare's really going the direction for a few seasons now of making this game as convenient and fast as possible. And it's very dependent on like the person you ask and how they feel about it. I think it's a W. I don't have a problem with it. People are like, oh man, well back in the day you could do this and that. It's like, well, back in the day you didn't have harpoons, bro. Okay, what's your point? This is a W. Make it easier. Stop making us do more shit and make it feel like more of a chore and a hassle. This game's 5 years old now. It's about time that they like update and change stuff around, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem with this. I actually am all for it. The only thing that sucks is you won't have any funny moments anymore, really, where you try to harpoon a keg and you accidentally hit the side of the boat if you turn it down. You know what I mean? But that's negligible. It's really whatever.
New bait crates will appear emergently on the islands of the Sea of Thieves. Or you can buy them from the Hunter's Call or the Merchant Alliance. And when you're using...
Okay. I'm just poking at I'm poking at Rare here, okay? Obviously, like I'm not gonna shit on them, but it took them 5 years to make a crate with bait in it.
Using your fishing rod, you can now access a shortcut to the bait radial menu. Mermaid statues have been rebalanced to be easier to destroy and to increase the number of gems earned. You might even bag yourself a jackpot. You can equip flags at the shipwright on outposts, so no more scurrying up the mast to show off your cherished colors. Captains can now choose from an expanded range of captains' voyages. The events of their session will be recorded in their logbook, and they can sell their Hunter's Call items to the sovereigns. And a new family member has answered the call and filled the empty position at Stephen's Spoils. There's all this and more to discover.
Nice.
So get ready for smoother sailing and the refreshing breeze of change blowing in across the water in Sea of Thieves, Season 9.
March 16th, so 8 days from now. Okay, the last bit there too. I honestly thought that I was anticipating that they were gonna announce a Hunter's Call voyage on top of the quality of life changes they did with fishing, even though they're minor. It's still updates for it. I was really expecting that. They didn't say it, so it's like the only L I'm seeing in this so far. It seems decent. It's not anything crazy major. It's mostly just decent quality of life changes to the game that are good. Overall, a little bit of a disappointment for me when it comes to the fact that this is a season, right? This is something that's been an issue with SOT for a while. I mean, I really can't think of, I mean, honestly, aside from the last one, Season 8, all the seasons in SOT have felt very underwhelming when you really think about it as a season. It just doesn't feel like there's a major, big thing that's coming with a season. You could argue Pirate's Life was a pretty big deal, and that did throw all of us off, and that was a pretty big event in of itself. I could be a little open-minded to that, to argue like that was a season that had a solid like point. Sure, Season 3 and Season 8 are like the biggest seasons, so I still have an issue. Might be a hot take. I don't know how you guys feel about it, both Twitch chat and people watching this YouTube video. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about seasons overall. If this is something that you are looking forward to, you feel like it's enough to satisfy your like needs in this game, or you feel like it's been really underwhelming with seasons. That's how I feel. I just feel like the seasons are kind of a bit underwhelming, especially for how long they are, but it just doesn't, there's nothing in this update that screams like big main focus. All I'm seeing is a bunch of like small things adding like that can add up, arguably. But that's my thought on it. Overall, on paper, looking at this trailer, 7 out of 10, maybe an 8. The only reason I give it an extra point is because you guys know how I feel about Season 8. I felt like it kind of ruined Adventure. Not entirely, but the fact that it was not designed to be in its own separate mode like Arena, it made it harder to like find those genuine encounters. Like you could still go out and adventure and obviously sail around, but if you see a Reaper or an Athena, more likely than not, even if they had it planned, they're just gonna dive when they see you out on the horizon, you know what I mean? So it's really hard to get those encounters. As a content creator, Season 8 has felt very repetitive for content creation and just boring. And I like that Season 9 is kind of reminding people and bringing them back to like, hey, Adventure's here, obviously, and we're adding a bunch of quality of life changes to it and giving you incentive to go do these things that have existed by introducing a new chest, a new skull, quality of life for all the world events, a new world event, and just having more, rotation on world events. So overall, I think it's great. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like I said, thanks for watching. Spread it around, let people know about the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. See you later.